pretty much tells you where this is going. And to me, you see a person like that just eliminating themselves, and you just go on to work with other people. Is that pretty much how you look at it?
Right, with this one minor exception. If I recognize that the person really, really wants to know this, but they really don't have, they're in you talk to someone and, the poor guy's working 2 jobs, and he's working from 4 in the morning till 8 at night, and he comes home and has supper, and, it's how I fell asleep again. I worked, 75 hours last week because I'm working 2 jobs to cover ends. Well, you'll find that out if you take the time to build a relationship. You'll find that out. And those people, when they're in those situations, you want to help them. So you develop more patience for them. But if it's just as, you said the first case where, I'd rather watch the 7 o'clock news or the 8 o'clock sitcom, or, I sat down and watched Oprah instead of reading the book. It's like, okay. They then have to have the desire to move forward and actually read it in order to gain my time.
Yeah, I want to go back and hit something you touched on a few minutes ago, too, because I think this is so key. When you were giving an example of someone else saying, how do I talk with someone with no agenda, but I still have to sell them on my business? And listening to you, when somebody says that, first of all, they have an agenda. If you're trying to sell somebody into your business, that is, by definition, an agenda. And if you're going to have no agenda, then it can't be on the forefront of your mind, or even the back end of your mind, that this person needs to join your business. What the purpose of the call needs to be is to help them answer their questions, let them understand, give them a hand so they can understand what it is that's been a problem, what their stumbling block has been, and maybe let them have some realizations, and show them the value that you have to them, the value that you can be to them, and then then they have some reason to want to be part of what you're doing. And what I like best about what your system here, Sarah, is you just set it up exactly like that. There is no agenda of yanking them into your business, but there is this agenda of proving to them how valuable you can be to them. And I just see that being very effective.
Yeah, and that goes back to one of the things Michael says all the time, and I've heard you say it, and Tom, you wouldn't want someone in your business unless you are willing to spend, or would like to spend, 30 days on a cruise with them. Well, until you build a relationship, you don't know that. I mean, this person may be the best person in the world and become best of friends, and they may not be. Well, until you know that, if you're considering them to be a prospect, and just the term prospect means you're looking to get them in your business. So I consider them to be clients until such time as we decide mutually that they are, in fact, maybe someday a prospect for me. Mm-hmm. Until that time, they're a client who's mentioned for free, and we just are here to help them. And when you get that mindset, it becomes easy to talk to them with no agenda, because they may not be the right person for your business. And I've had some folks where I said, you shouldn't be in network marketing. This is not what's good for you, because they really didn't want to do it. They were doing it because they needed to. They saw it as an easy avenue, thought it could be a cash machine. And I told people, you should really go get a job. That's where your mind's at. I had one guy who said to me, he said, Sarah, all I want you to do is show me a program that I can plug in my computer, walk away, watch television, come back in the morning, and have cash come out. I said, well, I said, if you find one, you call me. And so I told him, I said, well, you really shouldn't be looking into network marketing or investing money in this.
Yeah, there's a reason it's called network marketing.
Yeah, network marketing. Mm-hmm.
It seems to me we've pretty much covered the plan part of this here. Is there anything else we're missing so far?
From the plan part, and no, I would say that pretty much covers it. It's like anything else, as you learn to do the plan, you learn to adjust and twist and tweak here and there. But if you adhere to the planning process, and then you'll always be able to know where you're going, what you're doing and what you've done to get there, and you know where to adjust to increase your increase your results.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what else did you want to touch on this evening?
Well, one of the things I really want to talk about is one of the things that really, really boggles my mind, and this is probably from my background, and I'm not sure how many people actually pick up this fact, Richard. But if you go back through the history of management for, decades, I studied for decades, and if you go back, one thing that really interests me, and I think it is just amazing what's happening here, is that in any group, and you go all the way back to the cavemen with it, there was always some sort of hierarchical structure. The leader would have to be the strongest, the person who could hit you in the head the hardest with their club, all the way up. And that structure and method of up and down communications, team support, who gets what help, what support in any group, be it a company, be it an organization, a baseball, basketball team. There's always a leader and an assigned coach and a leader and someone, And for the last, 30 years that I was in management, we did a lot of talking, and there were people like Goldratt and Jeff Cox and Oliver Wright and Phil Crosby, and many, many, many more luminaries in management who kept looking for that elusive fuse that they could ignite that would create an organic structure where leaders would just emerge when needed, when they were ready, and it didn't matter whether they were up, down, left, right, whatever. It was just a group where when the skill set hit a certain point, they would take over and help improve productivity, improve the organization. They called them Q circles, Kaizen. They gave everybody the right to stop the production lines, ring the big red bells, and that's never worked. They've been working to put that in place someplace in the world, and, I've been to many countries to look at people who said, we have it. No one's ever had it. We have that here. But that's what Management for Free has. That's one of the so very unique factors that people should realize is that you don't have to go to Michael or Richard or Sarah. You can go to anybody on the call. If someone sounds like they might have your answer, get a hold of them because they will help you. They will work with you. They don't have to be in your upline. They can be anybody. And to have that kind of an organizational, and I don't want to use the word structure because it's really not, but an organizational growth pattern that allows emerging leaders to just pick up responsibility and move forward, that's a very unique situation. So, when Michael says, call somebody to help, he means it. And it works. And every day I see new leaders in Management for Free emerging and picking up this responsibility or helping that person. And to be a part of that and to recognize that that's what we have here, to me, that's one of the key factors that makes Management for Free work. You can be in the group for 15 months or for 3 months. It doesn't matter. If you have the skill sets, you can emerge as a leader and you can help people reach their dreams and own their life. And to me, that's just an awesome way to, it's unique in the annals of management, however you want to call it, organizational structure, organizational analysis. That thing that Michael put together and how we did that is, from what I know, it's never happened before. But a lot of people want to do it. Because you can think of the combined power of any large company, they could really corral that power, that energy that's in 1,000 to 2,000 to 5,000 to 50,000 employees. Boy, and that's what we have here. So that's one of the things I think that makes that ebook and Management for Free work so well.